Hello, good morning. It's Thursday, August 20th. This is Rob from Harlem Lofts. We're doing our bi-weekly update on the townhouse and condominium market in Upper Manhattan. Thanks for joining us. If you want updates on these, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and you'll get the updates immediately while you're on the YouTube channel. If you look at the description, you'll see a Facebook link that'll take you to our off-market properties and our sneak peek properties. While we're getting them ready to officially launch, we put them out there for a private Facebook group. So join both of those if you want to keep up with this. Go to our website, harlemlofts.com, for our reports and market reports and webinars. All right, let's get to it and start with townhouses. As we anticipated, the townhouse market has come back. Okay, so what does it mean when the townhouse market has come back, depending if you're a buyer or a seller? If you are a buyer, you will see that 10 new townhouses, as we predicted, hit the market in the last 2 weeks. That's a lot. So we're up to now 81 listings. Remember, we were down to 60. Normal is around 92, 90, 92, 94 maybe. So we're probably going to see that as we pass Labor Day. So you got 81 properties to choose for. Out of the 10 that hit the market in the 2 weeks, 2 of them are old listings that were recycled and put back up. So they may look new, but they've been around for a while. What happened from a closing perspective? We had 2 properties close in the past 2 weeks. We had 29 Mount Morris Park finally closed after 4.5 years, listed with 3 separate brokers and a bunch of agents. And that one closed. It showed as a one family. It was actually it was an SRO. Finally, there was a certificate of non-harassment or no harassment achieved, and that looks like it took it across the finish line. So it was an SRO with a certificate of no harassment being used as a one family, sold at 2.6, and it was originally on the market, I believe, 4.8. So that was a fun one to watch. Secondly, we had 515 West 144th closed. Market rate, nice property, 2.4, 2 family, fair price for both. I think that's a market price. Now, what do we have from a discount perspective? If you remember back in April and May, we talked about the 4 categories that we have are the 2 and 3 million range. They were receiving up to 15% discounts, and 40% of those sellers were discounting their properties in April, May, and June. And what's happened now is the $3 and $4 million properties took a lead a couple of weeks ago, where more people were discounting their properties, or more sellers were discounting the properties in the $3 and $4 million range. Well, now it's back to the 2 and 3 range. We have, you look at the charts behind me, and if you want these, go to info@harlemlofts.com, send us an email, and one of our staff will send it out to you, send the charts. So if you look, there were 8 new discounts in the $2 to $3 million range in the past 2 weeks. The discounts ranging in the $2 to $3 million range, average was 6.85%. But keep in mind, some of these properties had already been discounted once earlier in the year. We can get into details on any particular property and show you all of the discounts, but it's going to be too much for us to keep up with listing price and go all the way to now. Although maybe we'll put some time into it and give you kind of a run of when it was listed and where it is now. That may be a good idea, but we just haven't done that for today. So the $3 and $4 million range, 33% of those people discounted their properties in the last 2 weeks, 5.52%. So the $4 million and up weren't seeing any discounts. Now we have only 1 property discounted there. And then below 2 million is 8% of those properties have shown discounts averaging 22%. So, 22% of those properties under 2 million have discounted their properties, average of 8%. So we're really looking at, if you combine all of this from March, we're seeing 10 to 12% discounts, kind of an average across the board. And the medium market is taking the most amount of discounts. So that's in a nutshell. What else do we have here? out of the new listings coming up, self-promotion time, 2007 Fifth, beautiful, beautiful, bulletproof, well renovated 3-family with a positive cap rate there. 2007 Fifth is ours. We'd love to show it to you. It's vacant and can be seen all week. And then if you're on our Facebook group, you're going to see one of our new listings, 244 West 123rd. We'll go to our Facebook group first, and then that'll be launched to all the portals next week. So that's another 3-family. So 2, 3 families. If you want to stay in touch with us on the townhouses, join our Facebook group and click on the link in the description of the video you're watching, and you'll get those alerts instead of having to listen to me. All right, so let's now move over to the not so popular condo market. Okay, the condominium market. So the condominium market's been hit a little harder than the townhouse market, but we are seeing some signs of potential recovery. So we had 134 properties sell in 2019 between March 15th and today. This year we had 49. So sales volume's down 63.4%. That's not good. The average sale price of the units was also down, but it looks like it's coming back up to close to where it was last year. I'll give you more detail on that in 2 weeks. We're digging into it further. But from a recovery standpoint, I don't know if you remember, but the last 2 videos, we had 47 1 week and we had 100 properties hit the market in the last 4 weeks. Well, we just, again this week, had another 47 hit the market. So 150 condos hit the market in 6 weeks. We talked about the fact that some of those are 3 and 4 hitting the market when there's 20 behind them in the bigger condominium complexes that are starting to be released. Well, we had one. The number that I just gave you, 47 that were listed in the past 2 weeks, 21 of those were out of the same building. So they used a different strategy. They're just putting more out on the market at one time. That's, I think it's 300 West 122nd Street. I know the developer. It's not our listing, but if you need help, you can call us and we'll dig into the details. Know the developer well. The location's great. The pricing I haven't dug into yet, but 21 of those are in one building. That leaves you, with 50% of those being spread across other condominiums, and a couple of those are the small townhouse listings, like we have at 26 West 119, where they're condominiums inside of a townhouse. And we have 3 available in one building. Enough self-promotion there. So, in general, the condo market, when you're looking for a recovery, first you need the inventory, then the buyers come back. In the townhouse market, the investors come first, then the end users. In the condo market, not so much, unless someone comes in to buy bulk based on the scenario we're living in right now. You're potentially going to see end users come and buy up these condos just for the fact that there's a lot of inventory right now. Pricing still to be determined, and we'll be able to update you on that as we move along into this recovery. Again, it's August 20th. We're going to do this again in 2 weeks, and that'll be the last one for the summer. And I woke up this morning and I smelled fall in the air. So that's it for the condo market. Now let's close it out with some suggestions. All right, so thanks for listening on the townhouse and condo market. The rental market, again, there's a lot of inventory out there. The rental market is strong, more activity. We don't do a lot of rentals, but we have 10 or 12 out there right now, and we're filling them up. So for different reasons, what I've talked about earlier. So that's it on the rental market. People are always asking me, or right now especially, what next? Do I put my property on the market? Don't I put my property on the market? So I can't give you that answer because I don't know what your personal life holds. But I can tell you this: if my personal life put me in a situation where I was going to sell or needed to sell my property in the near future, you have to bet on the COVID situation, and you have to determine what you think is going to happen before you make a decision. But as far as the real estate market, as it pertains to what's going on right now, we have never seen this many listings launch in August, ever. So, you get 10 townhouses list last 2 weeks. We had 47 condos list in the last 2 weeks and 150 in the last 6 weeks. Usually August is no activity. You might see 2 townhouses. So what that is telling us is, depending on your definition of a recovery, I can tell you this: we're going back to the normal numbers of properties listed. We're very close to it already, and we haven't even hit September. Some people are waiting to the normal September 8th after Labor Day, push to list their properties so they can be the new kid on the block. But a lot of people, it looks like, are getting a jump start by listing them in August, so they're in the system right now because everyone's home. So this is going to be an interesting fall season. Couple that with the election of my lifetime, and all I can say is if you want to list your property, I would do it now, or maybe you want to wait till November 4th. Please get out there and vote. Register, get your friends to vote, and let's make sure that we return America where it needs to be. And then I can talk to you about what to do after November 4th. But right now, either list your property now or wait till November 4th is what I would recommend. Thanks a bunch. Don't forget, Facebook. We have the private Facebook group. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can look at the link at the bottom, sign up for a Facebook group to get our properties first. That's a private group. And then subscribe to YouTube so you can get these videos as soon as they come out. Have a nice weekend. We're going to talk to you right before Labor Day, on Thursday or Friday, right before Labor Day. And I'm looking forward to a very unique fall season. We're here to help you if you need us. Thanks. It's Rob from Harlem Loft. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.